Site preparation. Start by choosing a location for your A-frame house. Clear the land of any debris or obstacles and level the ground if necessary. Mark out the dimensions of the foundation using stakes and string. Laying the foundation. For a small A-frame, a simple concrete slab foundation may be sufficient. Mix concrete and pour it evenly into the marked area. Use a trowel to smooth the surface. Let the foundation cure for at least 24 hours. Frame structure. Construct a rectangular wooden frame for the floor. Use pressure-treated 2x6 lumber for the perimeter and interior joists. Lay the floor frame on the foundation, ensuring it is square and level. Secure the frame to the concrete foundation with anchor bolts. Frame the walls. For the A-frame design, the walls are triangular. Cut 2x4s to form the vertical supports of the triangle. Build 2 identical triangular frames, one for each side of the A-frame. For the base, connect horizontal 2x4s between the vertical supports. Assemble the walls. Raise the 2 triangular frames and place them on the floor frame. Secure them with screws or nails. Make sure the walls are square and plumb, using a level and measuring tape. Cut and install rafters. The A-frame roof consists of angled rafters that meet at the peak. Cut rafters from 2x6 lumber according to the roof pitch. Attach the rafters at the top of the triangular wall frames, using metal brackets or hurricane ties for extra strength. Install rafters every 24 inches along the length of the roof. Install roof sheathing. Cover the rafters with plywood sheathing, starting at the bottom and working your way up. Use 1/2-inch plywood sheets to cover the roof. Secure the plywood with nails or screws. Make sure the edges of each plywood sheet are aligned with the rafters. Insulation. To keep the house insulated, you'll want to install insulation between the rafters. Use fiberglass batt insulation or foam board, depending on your preferences. Vapor barrier. Install a vapor barrier over the insulation to prevent moisture buildup. Use plastic sheeting or a specific vapor barrier product, securing it with staples or adhesive. Windows and doors. Cut openings in the wall frames for windows and doors. Frame the openings using additional 2x4s to provide support for the window and door frames. Install the windows and doors, making sure they are level and square. Secure them with screws and add flashing to prevent leaks. Step 8. Add exterior roofing materials. 8 o'clock 9 o'clock, roofing material. Install roofing felt over the plywood sheathing to protect against moisture. Add shingles, metal roofing, or another material of your choice, starting at the bottom and working upwards. Overlap each row of shingles to ensure proper water runoff. Nail the shingles in place, following the manufacturer's guidelines for overlap and spacing. Interior framing and insulation. Install interior walls if needed, and cover them with drywall or plywood. Insulate the interior walls if desired. Add flooring of your choice. Hardwood, laminate, or carpet work well. Interior fixtures. Install any plumbing or electrical fixtures, following the necessary building codes and regulations. Finish the interior with paint, trim, and furniture. Final touches. Complete any landscaping around the house, adding pathways or plants as desired. Perform a final inspection to ensure all windows, doors, and roofing are properly sealed and functional. Cleanup. Clean up the construction site, removing any debris or unused materials. Your A-frame house is now ready to enjoy. Consider the size and layout of the house. The A-frame design offers a unique, triangular shape that allows for a steep roof pitch, which is perfect for shedding snow and water. However, this design also means that you'll have sloping walls inside, which can limit usable space, especially at the upper levels. Think about the floor plan and how many floors you want. An A-frame house can be built as a single story or with a loft. Loft spaces can provide more room but may also limit headroom on the upper levels due to the sloped walls. Decide on the number of rooms, whether you want an open floor plan, or if you need separate spaces for bedrooms and bathrooms. Choosing the right site is crucial for your A-frame house. The A-frame design works best on sloped or hilly terrain. If you're building on flat land, make sure the design still fits well with the landscape, or consider building on a raised foundation to elevate the structure. Make sure to account for local weather patterns. In areas with heavy snow or strong winds, ensure that your foundation, roof design, and materials can withstand the environmental pressures. Check for access to utilities, such as water, electricity, and sewage systems. If you plan to live in a more remote location, you may need to factor in off-grid systems like solar panels or rainwater collection. Choose the appropriate foundation type for your A-frame house. Most A-frame houses use a concrete slab or pier and beam foundation. A concrete slab is the most common and provides a solid base for the house, but a pier and beam foundation may be better for sites with uneven terrain. If you're building on a slope, a raised foundation is usually necessary to prevent water damage and allow for proper drainage. Remember that building codes and regulations in your area may dictate what types of foundations are allowed, so check with local authorities before making a decision. Choosing the right materials for your A-frame house is essential for durability and aesthetics. Wood. Wood is the most common material for an A-frame house. It's lightweight, easy to work with, and has great insulation properties. Choose high-quality, pressure-treated wood for the frame and structural components to prevent damage from weather, insects, and rot. Roofing. Choose a roofing material that suits your climate. For example, asphalt shingles are commonly used, but metal roofing is a great option for heavy snow areas because it allows snow to slide off easily. Insulation. The A-frame design sloped roof can make insulation a bit tricky. Use high-quality insulation between the rafters and walls to ensure your home stays comfortable year-round. Rigid foam board insulation or fiberglass batt insulation are popular choices. Plan for energy efficiency throughout your A-frame home. A-frame houses tend to have large windows, which let in a lot of natural light but can also lead to heat loss. Double-glazed windows or energy-efficient windows will help keep your home comfortable and reduce heating costs. Consider the orientation of your house. Positioning your home to face south can take advantage of passive solar heating, especially if you live in a cooler climate. Insulate the roof and walls thoroughly, and use energy-efficient doors and windows to minimize heat loss in winter and keep it cool in summer. Proper ventilation is important for both comfort and moisture control. The steep roof pitch and open design of an A-frame house can create challenges for airflow, so it's important to plan for adequate ventilation. Consider installing ceiling fans, air vents, or a mechanical ventilation system to maintain fresh air circulation and avoid moisture buildup. This is particularly important in areas with high humidity or if your house will be unoccupied for long periods. Include vents at the top of the roof or gable ends to allow hot air to escape and prevent condensation from forming. Be realistic about your budget and construction timeline. Building an A-frame house can be more cost-effective than traditional homes, but unexpected costs can still arise. Make sure to account for all necessary materials, labor, permits, and equipment in your budget. Factor in time for site preparation, delivery of materials, and any unforeseen delays due to weather or construction challenges. It's always a good idea to leave some wiggle room in both your budget and timeline to ensure you can complete the project without added stress.